Hey everyone, today I'm going to be going through my presentation which displays a short video app I created, Self-Help. Through my user research, I discovered that 72% of people prefer video versus text to learn a new product or service, 60% of internet traffic revolves around video, the average consumer spends 40 minutes a day watching YouTube, and video content on Instagram receives 49% higher engagement rates than other posts. Martin Layton. He's 24, studied plumbing in TAFE, and is now a plumber. He often gets bored in his spare time and he usually plays soccer on Fridays, despite not being very good. He also enjoys DIY projects but isn't the best at them. His requirements for an app would include an easy-to-use interface with recommendations, isn't time-consuming, and contains simple instructional videos. My next user is Samantha Kim. She's 18, studies design, and works part-time at Boost Juice. She usually procrastinates doing uni assignments and ends up completing them last minute. She isn't proficient in using technology, has a short attention span, and finds it difficult to use design softwares. She spends a lot of time on her phone and enjoys learning new skills. Her personal requirements for an app would include quick videos that are easy to navigate and provide accurate answers. Brings me to my development of ideas. The issue I tackled was that often video tutorials can be long and end up not teaching you what you are looking to learn. So the solution I thought of was an app that can provide quick instructional videos that were very specific, categorized by type. They could further be narrowed down by searching keywords within video transcripts, and the outcome would be an app that can help for any required issues. My first iteration includes a home page on which you can click search to go to categories, and then click sports, soccer, and then dribbling. This is obviously for my first task done by Martin Layton. So you then click the swipe up menu, and then you end up at the swipe up menu. And over here you can see all the other options for videos you can watch after watching what you're currently on. In the evaluation, we can see that both users completed the task in under 15 seconds, yet encountered problems regarding the layouts of the pages. Thus, to improve, I decided to change the design of some of the pages and include a bookmark option. In terms of heuristics, by having a minimalist and aesthetic design, I was able to increase navigational clarity and make it easier to perform basic tasks within the app. For using control and freedom, I included multiple categories and the option to search for a specific category to give the user freedom whilst also controlling what they can search for. By incorporating a voice search option, freedom was also increased. For my second iteration, I decided to add a bookmark icon to the first homepage and also change the layout and design of the second categories page. By doing this, it made it easier for the user to differentiate between categories and categories within categories. For the fourth page, I added a back button in order for the user to go back if they wanted to, and I also added an icon next to the word soccer. For the second evaluation, both users found the app easier to use, yet said there was no way to know what video was being played and that the interface lacked an option to share the video or comment. In order to fix these issues, I added titles on the video playback screen as well as a share and comment option for the videos with a timeline inserted at the bottom of the screen. In terms of flexibility and efficiency of use, through the bookmark button on the home page as well as on the main screen page and the swipe up menu page, the overall efficiency to return to whatever previous playlist you were watching is simple. For recognition rather than recall, by including symbols of sports beside each sport can assist the user in understanding what each category consists of if they don't remember the name of a specific sport. For my third and final iteration, I decided to include the timeline and the video title, as well as the share option and the comment option, as well as the duration written down in the swipe up menu page. For the first task, Martin was asked to access the swipe menu after opening the soccer video playlist. Martin lost his soccer game today, and on the drive home he couldn't stop thinking about his poor dribbling technique. When he got home, he downloaded Self-Help, an app he heard of from his teammates. He opens the app and sees the homepage. He taps search, then taps sports. He then taps soccer and is taken to a page with popular tutorials and playlists. He selects dribbling and begins watching. After nearly finishing the first video, he accesses the swipe up menu, happily surprised to see there are multiple short videos for dribbling basics. Martin ends up feeling happy and fulfilled that he has found exactly what he's looking for, giving him hope to play better next time. For the first iteration for my second task, the aim of the task was to use voice control to open a Photoshop playlist and then send the link to a friend. For the first evaluation, both users completed the task fairly quickly and said the navigation clarity was high. One of the only issues they faced was that they didn't know if it searched what they spoke until the page had changed. Another problem was that there wasn't any other option on the voice search page, so they couldn't go back to the home page if they changed their mind and wanted to normally search or check their bookmarks. To fix this, I added a physical search bar that changes with respect to what you say in voice search, and also included a back button with the bookmarks icon within the voice search page. This verified the heuristic of helping users recognize, diagnose, and recover from errors. And in terms of match between system and the real world, by using words like search, playlist, and back throughout the app, users can recognize words to their corresponding actions. Specific terms within each category also match with their corresponding actions and the way they are recognized in the world. For the second iteration, I added all the previous things I had said, such as the search bar and the bookmarks tab, as well as the back button. Besides this, everything else was unchanged and I left it the same. For the last evaluation, both users completed the task quickly and said it had perfect navigational clarity. The only improvement they could think of was by adding more bookmark buttons throughout the entire interface through the addition of a main toolbar with all the basic commands. For the heuristic of recognition rather than recall, I used metaphors such as a magnifying glass for search and a microphone for voice search. The overall interface looked cleaner and it conveyed the same message to the user. This links directly to minimalist and aesthetic design, shown in my use of a single base color and 3 other side colors, creating a consistent yet vibrant look. For my third and final iteration, I utilized all the previous feedback and I included the toolbar at the bottom, which was the last step in completing my overall aesthetic and layout for my app design. For the second task, Samantha was asked to use voice control to open Photoshop tutorials and then share them. Samantha has an assignment due for university in 2 days. She decides to not waste any further time and finally starts this morning. Struggling to use Photoshop, Samantha calls her friends and asks for help. Since they're busy doing their own assignment, they tell her to try using self-help. She downloads self-help and is welcomed by the homepage. Intrigued by the voice search button, she taps it and says Photoshop into the microphone. The app searches Photoshop and it opens a Photoshop tutorial page filled with playlists and popular videos regarding Photoshop. Samantha selects beginner basics and starts watching the video. Halfway through the video, she realizes how helpful the video is, so she decides to share it with another one of her friends who is also struggling with the assignment. After watching and sharing the video, Samantha feels proud of herself for learning Photoshop skills, helping out a friend, and now she feels confident in completing her assignment. In conclusion, 72% of people prefer video versus text when learning a new product or service. Thus, by making an app which compiles short tutorials categorized into specific sections, people are more inclined to use this app when they need help with an issue or want to learn something new. Thus, by using a minimalist and aesthetic design, user control and freedom, as well as recognition rather than recall, I have been able to create an app that would be used yet regularly by a wide demographic.